you cutting my hair. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate anybody who did decide to come on over and watch the live today about how to balance Magic Ears and VIPKid. I tried to stream this earlier and I had some difficulties, so if you're watching, please give me a thumbs up, give me a comment so I know that you're there. I appreciate you stopping back by again if that's you. So I get this question a lot about how to balance Magic Ears and VIPKid at the same time. First of all, I want to point out that I think that that's very interesting that there are so many people who want to balance both of them, who want to work for both of them. I think that's showing some real evolution of the online ESL industry, that people are, thinking about diversifying, or they're thinking about trying new companies. I think it can only be good for all of us. Another thing that's interesting is people are, I'm just checking to make sure I'm streaming. I am. I see myself live. Okay. Another thing that's really interesting to me is that people want to come to Magic Ears, but I do see a lot of people wondering how to make it work. So a lot of, hi Richard, he's telling me he sees me. Thank God it's actually working this time. It's interesting that there are so many people who want to make Magic Ears work. Hi, I see your comment. Thank you. I think that that's because people are seeing what Magic Ears is like. They're hearing all of the good buzz about the great communication and the cancellation policy and all of these things that put Magic Ears into this, the slot of something that no other companies are doing. So I think that that's one of the reasons that people are trying to figure out how to balance it. It's extra trouble, so the fact that people are trying, that says something. So for me, I came over largely on principle at the beginning because I really wanted to work for an honorable company, one that valued its teachers, and so Magic Ears fit that bill. I think that Magic Ears is the company with heart. I don't dislike VIPKid. I still am teaching some for VIPKid. So that's what I'm here to talk about today, is how to balance that. Excuse me if I'm looking in the wrong place. It's hard to know on this, on this YouTube live. So how to balance it. I think that this question, please ask me a question, you guys, too, okay? I see four total of you, and there will be more, I'm sure, who watch it later on. But please ask me a question. I'd be happy to answer it. I think when people are asking about how to balance it, at first I think they're asking how to balance the schedule. But I do think that there's a lot more to it than that. What is the airspeed velocity of the bald eagle? Look that up and let me know, okay? I have no idea. Okay, when do you sleep? I think that's a real question, Maggie, right? Yeah, I pretty much keep a normal schedule, but that's because I'm not teaching 8 hours a day. So I have, yeah, it is a real question. She says, yeah, I don't teach 8 hours a day anymore, so it's not as difficult for me as it is for some of you who are really teaching a lot. But I have been there. I did used to teach, 16 classes every night with VIPKid before. I think that I could still make Magic Ears and VIPKid work in a setting where I was teaching 8 hours a day. I think it would work perfectly. But I can only really tell you about my schedule right now as far as how I made the schedules balance. I started at about this time last year. So Lisa is saying hi on Facebook. She sees me. Very good. Okay, great. Thank you, Lisa. Whew, that was nerve-wracking when I couldn't make it work before. So, okay. Yeah, so I started at about this time last year. I had gotten hired before that, but put it off. They were changing the platform. I didn't want to do the old platform. Many reasons. I was still, trying to figure out if I really liked Magic Ears. I'll be honest, I was really trying to figure that out at the beginning. Do I really are they what I think they are? And I felt like I had to get through a couple of months with them. But anyway, to really get and know that for sure, to know that they were what I wanted them to be. Hi, I understand children are watching me now. Hello. Hello, here's Bonnie. Okay, so I did start actually teaching at about this time last year. And so daylight savings time was something that I could kind of leverage as a way to get in. So what I did was I thought, well, you know, we gain an hour of teaching time if you don't have something else you have to go to. I know some of you have something else you have to go to, so it won't be a help for you. But in my case, it was a help for me. I gained an hour of teaching time, so I decided to teach an hour more every day. That was just how I was going to make it happen. So I started at the same time I'd been starting, and I taught 2 Magic Ears classes, and then I taught 4 VIPKid classes. That's all I was doing at that time. You could do this with any amount and just add on your Magic Ears classes to the beginning. The reason that I did that, there were 2 reasons. One of them was a policy that Magic Ears had about entering the classroom early. I want you to stay tuned to Magic Ears closely about that policy. Keep your ear to the ground. I won't say more, but watch the Magic Ears update that's coming out in the middle of March. It's a spring update. There should be some news there that may make you happy. Keep your ear to the ground on that. That's all I'm going to say. So there was the entering the classroom early thing that made me need to go to Magic Ears first. And then there was this great thing, actually, of energy. Magic Ears will wake you up. So I really liked it to do my Magic Ears classes at the beginning of the day because they would just energize me. And it's really funny because then when I would teach VIPKid after my Magic Ears classes, then I was like really energetic, and I brought new energy, not just physical energy, but just new passion to the class. And I even got specific feedback from my VIPKid students that they had noticed that I was more engaging in class. And these were from regulars who liked me anyway. So, you know, they were putting up with it. I think regulars sometimes just put up with whatever you're bringing to them. At least mine were. And I got feedback that they were liking, you know, my energy. And I knew that that came from this ramp up at the beginning of the day that I was teaching the Magic Ears classes. That changed. I did not keep that schedule all through the whole thing. I did change that up. And later I did certain days for Magic Ears and certain days for VIPKid. You know, I've tried lots of different things, and I would say that anything could work. If you're nervous about bookings, you know, you're coming over from VIPKid and you're like, I'm nervous about transferring my bookings or my open slots to Magic Ears. They might not get filled. I get you. But I will say we are really, really high at Magic Ears for bookings right now. People are getting booked a lot, for one thing. For another thing, there is another announcement. This is so exciting because lots of announcements are coming. There will be another announcement in the spring update on the Magic Ears channel that is about bookings for new teachers. Again, that's all I can say. Keep your ear to the ground, watch that, watch for announcements. So that reason that you're scared, you know, that you're afraid, maybe there might be something that comes out soon that may relieve some of that stress. But I would say in the meantime, let's just say there is no change. In the meantime, I would say just take on a few more hours if possible. If you're really worried, then don't take any of your VIPKid slots and give them to Magic Ears. Just take on a few more. And I do realize that everyone's situation is different and not everybody can do that. So I gotcha, I know. Everybody can't do my schedule. Everybody can't do, you know, all of the different ideas that I mentioned. Maybe one of them will hit home for you, and maybe one of them will work for you. Okay, so that's some things to think about scheduling. But I think that when people are asking about working for both, what they're not saying, and sometimes they are saying, is, what about my students? And I do hear this a lot, that VIPKid has regular, you have regular students with VIPKid, and you hate to not see them anymore. So during that, I told you that I got hired and I waited a few months to really, really jump into Magic Ears. During that time, I got a WeChat account, and I started during class at VIPKid or in feedback, somehow I would relate to them that I wanted to connect on WeChat. There are a number of ways to do that. I don't think I'm going to go into all the ways to connect with your students on WeChat right now, but there are ways to connect with your students, your VIPKid students on WeChat. Maybe we can talk about that in another video. But that was something that I started doing. I started making sure that all of my regulars that I did not want to lose, that I was connected with them on WeChat. Okay, so that assured me that I would not lose contact with them. Let me tell you guys a secret, a surprise that you may not have thought of. If you're saying, I want to stay with VIPKid because of my regulars, you may not always have them. That's the thing I think we forget about. We're thinking that it's all on us, right? That if I stay at VIPKid, I get my regulars. But that is not guaranteed. And I have seen that start to play out now that I'm getting close to some of these moms, the parents of my students. Their packages are running out. Like, they buy a year or 2 years and then their packages run out. Hi, Maggie, I see the word TO. I'm sure that there was supposed to be more that I missed somewhere. If you can ask again, the comments disappear. So if you can ask again, I'll try to catch it. So as I've gotten to know the moms, I've started to realize that they buy these packages and that they run out, that they use up all their lessons, or they use up their time, however they bought their package. And then often they consider going to another company. So, if you weren't connected with them on WeChat, they would just fall off the planet. You wouldn't know it. And this could happen whether you stay at VIPKid or not. So, okay, Maggie, sorry. Some of my regulars have gone to level 7+ and I miss them. Yeah, anything could happen. Anything could happen. They could get into high school, and they start to not take classes. I've had some that I just didn't see anymore. And it wasn't about going to Magic Ears, it was before that. And you're like, what happened? So if you are concerned with keeping track of your regulars, there is no sure way of doing that by staying with a certain company. They could decide someone else is better for teaching them, or they could time out, or their package is gone, or whatever. So I would say don't use VIPKid as insurance on that, because it's a faulty kind of insurance. Use some other way to stay in contact with them. I use WeChat personally. Okay, so fast forward, I've been teaching Magic Ears and VIPKid for a while, and I have these regulars, and I started realizing that I didn't actually need to see them as often if I didn't want to. Back when you're afraid you're going to lose them, you want to see them really often. But when you're talking to them on WeChat regularly, and you're a part of their life that way, there's not this thing of, I need to teach them and I need to see them in class every week. So there was that too. I didn't feel as pulled to the classroom, as pulled to opening slots, because I knew that I got them in my back pocket all the time. They're always there. And they're there if I want to visit China or whatever. And I will be going to China because Magic Ears is giving me a trip. Yay! And I will meet some of my students with VIPKid while I'm there. So WeChat is great to help you kind of make that adjustment. I think you can stay as close with them or closer with them through WeChat than you would with VIPKid. So don't let that be your thing. At least that's my advice, is don't let that be a thing for you. But if you do want to keep seeing your regulars, you can schedule with them on WeChat. So don't open your slots for the frenzy where everybody can grab them. Open just the slots that your regulars want at a different time when no one else can grab them, and give them just to them. No one says that. People are afraid to say that. VIPKid, I don't think, is going to fire me at this point. They have had... They've certainly have had a lot of opportunity, I guess. Not because I've done anything wrong, but I have been very clearly open about what I'm doing. So thank you, VIPKid. Even though you didn't give me a raise, thank you for not firing me. But I have perfect record, so you know they're doing what they should as far as everything that, you know, my teaching and my attendance and all of that is great. And I refer tons of people just because my old YouTube videos are generating those. So just on that note, a plug for an upcoming video that I'm doing on the Magic Ears channel about how I refer. So I know a lot of people are interested in how you refer as much as I have. I'm not the 5th highest VIPKid referrer right now, but I was at my peak. There are people that are doing more than me, but I do have some tips that will be on the Magic Ears channel. If you're wondering where I've been, that's where I've been. Go over there, please, and subscribe, and you'll see me all the time if you want to see me. You don't want to see me, but okay. So designating days, doing WeChat, all of those. Let's see. I think that answers the question about how to balance for schedule and how to balance, you know, with your kids. Maggie, that's so sweet. Maggie says she does want to see me. Thank you. How to keep your kids, you know, keep seeing your students. So I think that probably answers that question. But the answer is do it however works for you and change it up. There is a reason that you are drawn to, if you're watching this video, you're probably already with VIPKid and you're thinking about Magic Ears, and there's a reason that you're drawn to take on Magic Ears as well. So give that a shot. And like I said, I think you should keep your ear to the ground for some announcements that will make it easier for VIPKid teachers to feel good about coming over without some of the risks or without some of the complications that might have made it more difficult for you. Magic Ears has been listening, and you know, I know that some people left the company before and they wanted some of these changes. They happen later. I don't know what to tell you. Changes take time, but the company has been listening. They are making changes. You know, when a change happens, there's all kinds of coding in the portal and everything that you don't even think about that has to change. So they're listening and things are getting better all the time. That's all I can say. Things are getting better all the time. Okay, so that covers that. One more thing. Thank you so much for coming to this live. It helps me know how to do a live video, and that's very important because next week, next Friday, I believe it's going to be at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I will go live from the floor of the TESOL convention in Atlanta. So if you're not able to make it to the Atlanta TESOL convention, whether you're a VIPKid teacher or you're a Magic Ears teacher, I will be there on the floor with former VIPKid teacher Blaine Lassiter. You've probably seen that. We like to kind of hang out and be sidekicks time to time. Blaine Lassiter, Bing Bing, in the videos. If you've seen him, he was famous for his profile video. But he works for Magic Ears, the Nashville office now, and we like to get together whenever we can and be stupid. So we will be live on the floor of TESOL in Atlanta. Join us virtually there. This is happening on the Magic Ears channel again. So please do go over there, subscribe, hit the bell for notification, and then you're going to go to the home page. And if you don't see us at the scheduled time, refresh and we should be back. This is something I learned from this live. You guys helped me learn it, so I appreciate it. I'm sure that there are questions about balancing Magic Ears and VIPKid that I did not hit here. So please leave me a comment and I will be glad to say more. But I don't want to keep you any longer on this video because it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. Here's Bonnie and here's Dino. Also tell me in the comments which one you think is the cutest. I have my opinion. I mean, look at that face. Okay, thank you so much for watching, either now or later. Bye.